It's just always stressful. It's always stressful. Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you lot are all doing well, man. I really do hope that. Welcome to your... I've literally turned the camera on just after the result. Your match review of Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 1. I've just realised I'm still wearing my glasses and you can see the reflection. Oh my god, and we scored all 3 goals. Don't worry, I'm going to spend plenty of time talking about everything in this game. Yes, and there's a lot. Goals scored from Mason Mount, Jorginho, and Antonio Rudiger. Settle in, strap yourselves in, get comfortable. Do consider subscribing to this channel if you're new to the experience. Daily content, of course. If you dig it, bell notifications icon. Please do drop a like. If you are amped that Chelsea are 1 point off the top 4, 6 points off second, and we can reel them all in, baby. So yeah, thanks for subscribing and liking the video, and let's get into today's match review. So, Chelsea have done the double over the Blades. We're away at Bramall Lane, or we were away at Bramall Lane. They've won 3 and 5 in the Premier League, 5 and 7 in all competitions. Sod's law that Sheffield United, statistically up until recently, the worst team ever in top flight history, to suddenly gain form just before they play Chelsea. You know, get some momentum, get some wins, come up against Chelsea, and there were no mugs. It was a hard game. Now, I will be going through player performances in this game, saying who played well, who did what, giving you my thoughts and opinions on it, but let's talk about the game a little bit first. Now, going into this game, Thomas Tuchel had taken 7 from 9. He's now taken 10 from 12. We were yet to concede a single goal in the Tuchel era, and things were looking rosy. Now, I knew this was going to be a difficult game. Like I said, Sheffield United in good form. They've only just gone to Old Trafford and got a win there. And, you know, Man United are genuinely playing pretty darn well, slapping teams 9-0. I know context is required, but you know what I'm saying! So it was going to be difficult, and it was difficult, but we've done it. So let's just take a moment. We've done it. 3 wins on the bounce. Undefeated still. That's a big important word. Undefeated. Beautiful. So let's take a look at this who scored graphic and see how Thomas Tuchel lined up Chelsea. He went with the same formation as last time, a 3-back system, but a 3-4-1-2 with Mason Mount in behind the strikers. This time it was Olivier Giroud and Timo Werner, and Ben Chilwell comes in for Alonso. Christensen comes in for the injured Thiago Silva. We remain to have Jovicic in the midfield, Reece James right wing back. Pulisic and Havertz not on the squad. I'm not entirely sure why, although I think it might be an injury, I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. So it's interesting he went with this kind of formation. I think it's looking to maybe get the best out of Mason Mount and give him a little bit more of a free role. He seems to travel around a lot more and combine well, and we all know the defensive work he does. He's still got problems in his game, Mason Mount, in terms of poor final ball sometimes, but good in this game. We'll go through player performances in just a moment. So like I said, the first opening goal was scored by Mason Mount. It was an excellent combinational move involving Chilwell, Kovacic, Werner, then assisting Mount with a lovely finish on his wrong foot to drive it in the bottom corner. It was a lovely combinational goal and finished very, very nicely. Then narrative changes. Antonio Rudiger, completely inexplicably, just literally passes the ball into our net. He's so close to Mendy and he passes it back. Mendy's already committed down low, as in he can't pick up the ball because it's a back pass from Antonio Rudiger, but because he's not set, he can't kick it out and it just rolls into the net. It's literally one of the most peculiar own goals you will ever see. It's beyond a howler. It was just a moment of madness, and it's just, let me say it now, it's just friggin' sod's law that the first goal Chelsea concede in the Thomas Tuchel era is an Antonio Rudiger howler own goal. We're yet to concede to an opposition player. It's just Rudiger passing it beautifully into our own net. I don't think he was... Other than that, I will talk about his general performance in a minute when we go to player performances. But for that is absolutely unbearably bad. Anyway, 1-1. Everyone's bricking themselves. Fortunately, Timo Werner, who was given man of the match by, I think it was BT or no, Sky Sports, one of the major broadcasters, gave him man of the match. He goes up the other end and wins yet another penalty for Chelsea. I'd be really interested to see how many penalties he's won for us across all competitions, because it's a lot, man. And ultimately, he bails us out because Jorginho steps up and he converts the penalty. He re-implements his hop, skip and a jump. Am I in focus? Yeah, I think I'm in focus. Anyway, he re-implements his hop, skip and a jump. Chelsea go 2-1 up. Rudiger owes both Jorginho and Werner 1,000 beers. And yes, Timo Werner involved in both goals, essentially. Not scoring himself, but that's fine. He's playing really well. And like I said, he got man of the match in this game. Well deserved. Thank you very much, Timo Werner, for bailing us out of this one and making sure we secure all 3 points. Right, so let's run through player performances and talk about how players did. Mendy in goal. Good. Very, very good. You cannot blame him at all for Antonio Rudiger randomly passing it into the net when he wasn't set to kick it back. So that's not his fault. He made a couple of good saves, most notably a points-saving save from Billy Sharp in stoppage time at the end. That's what you want from your goalie. I'm really, really happy with Mendy. He's looking better and better lately. The 3 centre-halves, Aspi, good. Andreas Christensen, very promising. Like, he might be back. We always knew he was good in the sweeper role in the 3, because that's where Antonio Conte played him when he didn't play David Luiz. Much better than in a 2. He looks good when he came on for Silva. Granted, he's not as good as Thiago Silva, but, you know, who is? But he was good. Very good, and I'm very pleased to see that from Andreas Christensen. Very pleased with his performance today. Now, Antonio Rudiger... The thing is, when you do such an inexplicable howler, you have to be like, well, we would have been home and hosed, and we would not have lost our, like, you know, defensive record if it wasn't for his moment. But he was actually good in this game, especially towards the latter stages. I mean, you can't say he was good because of the howler. So many defensive blocks. He made a treble block. He made loads of defensive headers. There's an image of him standing up at the end and he's just covered in mud head to toe because he's been making blocks everywhere and, you know, winning aerial duels. You could tell he wanted to make up for that error, and ultimately he put in a good defensive performance other than that howler, so fair play to him for that. Wingbacks, Chilwell started really badly, got a little bit better when we sort of combined for the goal, but he ultimately got hooked for Alonso, and to be fair, I love Ben Chilwell when he's in form, but Alonso looks better. We look better with Alonso at the moment. If we're going to play wing-backs, personally, like, I'm happy to say Alonso looks better. I mean, he's still slow, and as soon as he gets turned, you're like, oh God, bring me back Chilwell. But in terms of general form, Alonso trumps Chilwell at the moment. Reece James looked good. He needs a little bit of extra confidence in the final third to make the more decisive ball quicker, but I think he was very good. Kovacic and Jorginho, I think out of the two in terms of systemic play, I think Kovacic was better. I think he was good combining with the forwards more than Jorginho, but then again, Jorginho scored the penalty, so they both played their part. Well done, boys! Now, Giroud wasn't good for me. I thought he was very disappointing, and I think the game didn't suit him at all in practice. I can imagine, like, setting up for the game in theory, they were like, okay, we'll get a big centre-half to be amongst the Sheffield United players, but, you know, and it makes sense in theory, but when you saw him in the game, total passenger for me. I mean, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts as well in the comment section, but for me, total passenger. Who else was up front? Like, is it Mason Mount? I think he was very good. He does need to work on certain elements of his game, but he said he needs to work on his shooting. What a finish on his left foot. You know, amazing goal, finished off team goal. Really good work ethic, you know, for 90 minutes. I think Tuchel is really going to lean on Mason Mount. And he had that amazing 60-yard defensive run. I think Kovacic conceded possession and Mason just ran 60 yards, tackled one possession back. You know, that's exactly the kind of stuff you need if you're going to be winning stuff in your team. So I thought he was very good. Timo Werner, great. I've already said, you know, he assisted the goal, he won the penalty, he ran his socks off, he won man of the match. Deservedly, I'd say. So big shout out Timo Werner. And Hudson-Odoi came on, looked very good, as he does under Tuchel. He looks like very good, so I'm very pleased that Hudson-Odoi is shining in this team. And what was another pleasing thing to see is the third substitution, N'Golo Kante coming on and not looking completely lost like he did last time he came off the bench. He came off the bench in a really delicate situation where we needed to be completely concentrated, and he was really helpful. So shout out N'Golo Kante. And that's my player sort of performances. Let's talk about the game a little bit more and wind down. So boys and girls, it's friggin' huge, man. Like I said at the top of the video, 1 point off top 4, 6 points off second. There's nothing to suggest that we can't just keep reeling them in. I don't think we can win the title. City have just absolutely demolished Liverpool at Anfield. So yeah, for me, the title's done. It's Man City, but you know, why not aim for second? Like, why not aim for second? If Tuchel can get, like, learn more about these players, learn more about these moments in the Premier League, you know, bring players in. We've got an amazing squad, you know, Ziyech and Pulisic to come in, different games, play different players against Barnsley in the Cup, see how they do. He's got the arsenal to do it, Tuchel. If he's got the brain to implement it all, which it looks like he has, then why not? Let's aim for second and, you know, and beyond. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think of this game? I'm keen to hear your thoughts, feelings and opinions. Drop a like if you like my content, subscribe if you're new, enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.